आगे बढ़ते हैं, इसी बीच एक और बड़ी जानकारी आ गई इस वक्त ही आपको बता देते हैं। कोलकाता रेप मर्डर केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में सुनवाई हुई है। 3 सदस्यीय CJI के बेंच के पास केस है। हम सुरक्षा को लेकर सुनवाई करेंगे। उनकी तरफ से कहा गया, हम डॉक्टरों की सुरक्षा को लेकर काफी ज्यादा चिंतित है। CJI की तरफ से कहा गया है कि हम डॉक्टरों की सुरक्षा को लेकर काफी ज्यादा चिंतित है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके के ये मामले सामने आ रहे हैं, ये अपने आप में बड़े होते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं।
All is videographed. Everything is videographed.
The autopsy and the postmortem take place
Between 1:45 to 4 p.m.
now. Between 1:45 and 4 p.m. The autopsy takes place, followed by the postmortem.
The autopsy took place at 6 o'clock, not at...
Fair enough. That's
6.
all right. We take it as between 1 and 4 o'clock. It doesn't take place in 1 minute. It takes
Videograph.
1 second. Don't keep on interrupting.
They wanted a board. We constituted a board.
We are proceeding on the basis of Mr. Cribble's hypothesis that the autopsy and the postmortem take place between 1 and 4:45 in the afternoon. Now, clearly, the autopsy would reveal that this is a case where a doctor has been murdered, where she has been murdered.
Yeah.
The FIR is registered at 11:45 in the night, Mr. Sibal.
Yeah.
And who was expected to...
Yeah.
Nobody in the hospital registers the FIR.
No.
The father registers the... What was the principal or the vice principal? What were the authorities of the hospital doing?
Look, they wanted a board. We constituted a board. They wanted a magistrate. We got the
You
magistrate.
don't need time for registration of FIR. You don't need a medical board for registration of FIR.
At the moment, Malas, what are we considering? We are considering, Malas, 2 or 3 things, as your lordship has put to me. How did these photographs reach the social media? I'll mention all this. How did these photographs reach the media? We have nothing to do with it.
Let us not trivialize
everything. People there took photographs, came in, took photographs and sent it. Number 2, Malas. Number 2, immediately, Malas, an unnatural death case, Malas, was started and an investigation was started. Your lordships may be right, Malas, why did it happen? But whatever the parents were doing, we were agreeing with that. We set up a board. We asked the magistrate to come, a judicial magistrate to be present. Everything was videographed. Everything was called.
Mr. Sibal, it is the obligation of the authorities of the hospital.
Yeah.
The parents are not present in the hospital when the murder takes place.
Yes.
It's the obligation of the authorities of the hospital to register an FIR the moment they get up.
It was done. 2:45 done. The letter was sent.
11:45 in the night.
No, 2:45 letter was sent. Assistant superintendent sent a letter at 2:45 minutes. It's not 11:30. At 2:45 itself, we'll set out all this, Maharaj. It's better we set it.
What we...
Lordships will give me 5 minutes, Lord,
Yes.
to further, Lord, to assist your Lordships. Lord, first of all, Lord, let us not trivialize on this side, my Lord. We are dealing with one incident, but your Lordships are rightly looking at a larger picture. But we are dealing with, my Lord, a young doctor, not only raped by a sexual pervert or perverts, but who was an animal-like instinct, who had an animal-like instinct, the way, my Lord, the body was handled. Thereafter, my Lord, I don't wish, my Lord, to make this a political issue. I would request the state also not to be in a denial mode. 3 hours of the patient parents waiting, my Lord, is something we can experience if we put ourselves in that position. Now, my Lord, so far as the safety is concerned, Lord, one thing I must bring to your Lordship's notice. Lord, the doctors are genuinely, my Lord, have a grievance. They are, my Lord, they've lost one of their colleagues, my Lord, globally. But, my Lord, out of, my Lord, all states, 23 states have legislations dealing with, my Lord, what is called, for, my Lord, Kerala, my Lord, so-and-so Medicare service persons and medical service institutions, Prevention of Violence and Damage or Loss to the Property Act. There are, my Lord, I'll give, my Lord, the list of acts. My Lord, this also the National Task Force, my Lord, can
the punishment which is provided under
it's a cognizable, my Lord, and
3 years.
3 years.
Yes, my Lord. It's cognizable, non-bailable, and punishment is 3 years. My Lord, this is first. I'll, my Lord, place it. The National Task Force, my Lord, which our Lordships contemplate, can, my Lord, go into this, can even make suggestions, and it should be welcome, my Lord. My Lord, second thing, my Lord, which is worrying us is this. My Lord, even in a well-organized function, if we want the presence of 500 people in an auditorium, we all know we have to make efforts. 7,000 people at the middle of the night armed with lathis and hockeys. my lord, can never be without the knowledge, if not consent, of the police force. It's complete failure of law and order, my lord, in the entire state.
What time did the vandalization of the hospital take place?
My lord, midnight. It's at midnight, my lord.
I thought my learned friend, he doesn't want to politicize the matter, but why is he saying all this?
Now,
Let's-
why this is, my lord, important.
We should be called upon. We'll tell you what happened.
Mr. Solicitor, what we'll do is that we'll...
One more aspect. Lord, and my lord, again, my learned friend may feel that this is, my lord, but this is directly related to the issue in question. Lord, the West Bengal has an in-charge DIG. In-charge DIG, Director General of Police, who is already being charged and being considered by your lordships for having fabricated or otherwise dealt with the evidence in Sharda scam case. Lord, your lordship's
Calcutta police doesn't come under DGP. Calcutta police doesn't come under DGP. Why are you saying all this?
What this has to do
The
then?
Director
Kolkata
General of Police
This has nothing
is
to
an
do with
in-charge
All
DGP.
this.
Not let someone else be the
This is what is happening.
Let them choose. But not the man who is already accused
This is the kind of
doing-
misinformation we're having, Malak.
This is basically
And
This is nothing to do. This is a
nothing to do.
only a minute.
तो फिलहाल जिस तरीके से आप लगातार सुन रहे थे, कार्रवाई फिलहाल चल रही है। कोलकाता रेप मर्डर केस में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में सुनवाई हो रही है। तमाम पहलू जो है उन पर बातचीत यहाँ पर की जा रही है।
whatever your lordship says, we'll do, Malak.
That is the constitution.
Malak, whatever your lordship says, we will do. There's no issue. SIT is constituted. SIT is constituted, but whatever your lordships will say, we will do. We are not, Malak, this is not adversarial, as I said. Malak, just give me just 1 minute. I just handed over something to your lordship. Just have a look at it, Malak.
Depends on
Just
the
give it to my lord. Three
Can I
copies
only
that I hand.
All right, Mr. Sibal, we'll just hear the solicitor for a minute. He just wants a minute.
All right.
Then we-
Lord, I just, my lord, I want this, my lord.
Your Lordship,
Lord,
may I
an
just submit?
in-charge DG who is already a tainted officer in an affidavit filed before this court should be replaced by any other in-charge DG of their choice.
Malak, just have this.
So another one.
We have set out what is in the media, and we have set out the reality.
No, share it with
For
all of us.
We will share it, don't worry.
No.
Kolkata police informed the family members that the present case
No,
was
they
a
are
case
in
of
a
suicide.
denial.
False.
No, another
False.
aspect.
At no time did the police give this information.
Basically, what we propose to do is we'll indicate what the broad parameters of our intervention in this matter consists of. We'll just pronounce it very shortly. For one thing, Mr. Sibal, we are very, very concerned. Let not the power of the state of West Bengal be unleashed on peaceful protesters.
I give to your, we have videos of all that happened.
People, whether they are doctors, civil society,